Hello, everyone. How is everyone's night tonight? I hope you're all doing good. Tonight, I'm just gonna somewhat take it easy. Probably color a bunch of things, or maybe color some backgrounds. Like taking this image here of my one character that you see me draw and color a few weeks ago, called Professor Illusion. I'm gonna take her image here and go over to here, and we're going to take the max axe out. And we're just going to take all the background out too, create a new background with her in, although you might not be able to see her at the moment because. And of course, everybody, I've got Metal here with me tonight too, as is the usual course. Although we might not be having here on Monday nights. I think Mondays you're going to be over with
Tank Ferret.
Yeah, doing League of Legends.
Yeah, it appears I am now his League of Legends coach.
Yeah.
Not the first time I've coached somebody in League of Legends. It probably won't be the last. And I am a really good theory crafter when it comes to builds, and everything's changed, so I'm probably one of the better people that could coach somebody at that game.
Oh, that's definitely good. I know you helped me, of course. I have to see whether he wants to play thing tomorrow night.
What is tomorrow night, just so I can make sure it's updated?
Red Dead.
I don't think I've touched that game since maybe the Sunday after the last time we played, so 2 days after.
Yeah, I haven't played it much since then too, so I'm just as bad. I actually went very far away from where we were playing, so I might have to get on tomorrow afternoon to try and get back in the area. Take a train or something like that. I wanted to go somewhere to sell something to the doctor. I think that's exactly it. I went somewhere to sell something to the doctor or sell something to somebody, so I could make some money,
Yeah.
I've started deciding, although I haven't touched it in a while, I had decided to, okay, I'm going to try and sell a bunch of stuff, like buy, harvest plants and sell them and stuff like that. Just, something that will build up my money, maybe kill some animals and wild animals or whatever. Make money through, selling them.
Yeah, I literally haven't made any money since I have not touched anything.
Yeah, same here. Well, I made a little, but spent it too, But, and I might try doing some ARC videos over on my other channel. Doing live ARC stuff. I've been watching this one guy playing ARC for the last little while. Complete games. So people seem to be into it, so
Well, the one thing I'm hoping you guys will be into is this dungeon I'm making for you, because I'm putting a lot of thought into it.
Well, I will definitely try to be. We of course are going to. I'm pretty sure we're going to get to it, and I doubt you'll tell me how many floors it has, not right now, or whether we'll.
Of course, I won't.
Or I don't know. Are we going to be able to tell when we reach it how many floors it has, or?
You might be able to make a guess based on how long the thing will be. It'll all be in Fog of War.
Or how high
Like, you might be able to make a reasonable guess from like looking at how big the first floor is and be like, okay, this is the map size. How many of these could fit in this long document?
Yeah.
Be like, does this look like it's 1/4? Does this look like it's 1/5? Does it look like it's 1/6? I'm making a guess here.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I think they're all going to be a little smaller than even the 1/5 or 1/6 or 1/4 size too, because you want to have them. I would think you would want to have them far enough apart that we're not going to be able to see anything from the Fog of War on the other one. I don't know. I'm guessing, of course. But it'll be interesting, I guess. Is the best way to. Oops. I hate when I do that. And I have no idea what I'm really doing here. I'm just coloring aimlessly. Picking a color and. And I'm putting them all on the same layer, which I didn't want to do.
You know why I love the advent of Photoshop?
Why?
Well, when I make the next floor, I can literally just drag the floor that's underneath it straight up to it and line things up perfectly.
That is good. For sure.
Be like, okay, this is where that staircase would be. These walls have to somewhat make sense.
Yeah. Yeah, you get the basic structure and then you just you can, change the top, the upper floor. But at least we'll know this will have at least 2 floors. Then again, will there be a basement to it, or basement levels again too? Oh.
The world may never know until Saturday when they know.
Yeah, I'm sure. And then the hard part, I think, is going to be keeping our team together. either.
I almost wasn't even going to be able to run it on Saturday.
No?
Yeah, my mom was like, hey, I've got an appointment and I need you to come with me. And I'm like, you know I'm busy on the weekends. Why would you schedule this for the weekends? It's like, well, we can do it Friday morning instead. Like, okay, I can do Friday morning. It means I probably won't be sleeping the night before, but I can do Friday morning.
So that's tomorrow morning.
Well, she said this like 2 days ago, so at the time of the conversation, it was Friday morning.
Yeah. Okay, so.
I don't even remember what the appointment's for. She's probably getting vaccinated or something. Which is fine for her. I think she's like in her, I think 50s now, right? Like, and the only thing I think is available is the mRNA treatment. And it's like, okay, well, if you're in your 50s, that's like, there's no loss. You don't have to worry about long-term effects.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't need to worry about that. Let's see, did I get this right? Somewhere, scale. Oh, there we go. These things are so much bigger than my little tiny square. I always gotta shrink them down. Or almost always.
What is this rectangle for?
My thing for my website with my characters.
Oh, like your thumbnails and stuff.
Well, I wouldn't exactly call it a thumbnail. Like on the page where the character is, there's a picture, with the name and all that.
So it's a cover image?
Yeah, here. I can quickly show this. And hello, Rebellious. So browser.
How is drunken pastry?
Good, I guess. Look that, you see, that little thing there with the name, and then below is.
Yeah, that's a cover image.
Okay.
It's also another name for them. I'm trying to remember. A header. That's the other name. It's a header.
Yeah.
Like you put at the top of a letter or something like that, Headers and footnotes. Go at the top and the bottom.
Yeah. Did you color her eyes yet? No, maybe I should do that right now. I believe you said they were blue.
My eyes are blue.
Yeah, because she left a message on. Oh, there we have. Let's save this. That way it doesn't. That's Clip Studio type. What makes her look so drunk in this? That's my question.
It's the way you draw eyes, Rick. That's what makes people look drunk.
Okay, I still don't get it because she does not look drunk to me, even with those eyes. A lighter blue or darker blue pastry? Rebellious?
I guess the question you're asking, is it blue like the ocean or blue like the sky?
Here, I'll put a blue in and...
Try it both ways if you can. Make each eye a different color.
Oh yeah, I can easily try both ways. I can just put in a blue here. And then
Yeah, if you put a different color in each eye, and be like, okay, you like the left or the right better, and then you can just fix the other eye to match it.
well, all I have to do is create selection right there, and now I can just change the blue anything, or I could even make it, yellow and change it.
I think you already need to keep that blue, the first one.
Okay. I'll just go back. There we go. Okay, so we got that in. I still don't get what makes her look drunk. Okay, so now I got that in. We'll work on that a bit later. Now I'm going to find my lettering for tank here. I'll let that do it. Search for tank logo. Open with the studio. Control A, Control C. Control V. The lettering is a little bit too big, so we're going to have to alter it. It's going to have to be
Pray you do not alter it further.
Transform it. I don't know. Now it's a question of what am I going to do for tanks? Background. How am I going to not tank it?
You ever just get a song stuck in your head and it won't go away?
Well, sometimes.
I got that Frank Sinatra song, High Hopes, stuck in my head.
High hopes.
He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in
the sky. Hopes.
So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. It's just gonna be stuck in my head all day.
Were you listening to the Pink Panther or something like that?
No, it just popped in my head.
Oh.
See, my problem is I normally have like anywhere between 10 to 50 songs playing in my head at any given point in time, but they're always shuffling. There's never like maybe on a rare occasion there'll be one predominant song that's just like blurting everything else out.
Yeah.
Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
So he is a tough guy, but you're gonna put like a rainbow like background. It's supposed to be sunsetish. If it was a rainbow background, there would be more greens, and there'd be greens and blues and purples.
Well, you don't need to add greens. He's got all the green you need.
Yeah. Like, if I wanted a rainbow, behind him. Which one's right there?
And put like a red background. What do you want this to be? Christmas colors?
Like, if I wanted a rainbow, I could just do this, Timothy. That's probably too big. Wait, let me do that.
How about desert camouflage background to complement the fact that he's a tank and you don't want any more green on there?
Well, I didn't put any more green, but
Yeah.
if I wanted
Well, I mean, the other one would be green camouflage, but why would you ever want to do that if he's already so green, right?
Yeah. How about a black?
Rick, I think you got your point across.
That's why I'm taking it all out. Since his name is Tank, shouldn't he have a big nose that sticks out? It's
You have like a big, long goblin nose.
What? That I might do here, put some sort of desert motif or whatever. Whenever I put a background on that. Right now we're not putting a background there.
I'm just saying, desert camo's pretty easy to whip up.
Yeah, I get it, but it's not like I didn't have to think of it. I'm just not sure how well it would fit in. More meaning like he's never gonna, or I shouldn't say not never. He's never gonna be.
Okay. So are we changing it to Arctic camo?
Yeah, we could do that. Just a white background then, right?
No. It's not just white. There's levels of grays in there too that fits the normal camo pattern. Because you're not looking to just blend in with snow, you're looking to blend in to a snowy rock surface.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a blend of whites and grays.
Yeah. That's actually something I might work into. I could have, I guess, worked that into the color pattern too.
Well,
did the camo?
What people understand, right? Snow leopards are camouflage, not for the snow, because all the black spots would give them away, but for the mountains around the snow, the rock surfaces.
Yeah, but most of the stuff that is tanks for their color are usually one solid color for their quote-unquote camo, if you want to call it that.
Yes, which is his outfit. We're talking about having a dynamic background here.
Yeah, I know. I'm just thinking maybe eventually that might work in. I might work in a part of him where his outfit can actually change color. Like, to, camo. I don't know. It's only a thought. And right now, also, I just want to get most of these done. I want to put some work into them, but not a super lot. It's not like I can't change these at almost any given time, too.
If you say so.
Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, okay, I'm on the wrong layer to say that. No. Okay, let's get this weight out of there. Yeah, because I want to get a lot of these up as soon as possible. I put a bunch up the other day. I'd like to get quite a few more in the next couple days. Maybe tomorrow I'll have another 10 to go up. Because I've taken out the pit. I had the Canadian Shield one in there as a temporary one, but I've taken that out on all of them. So I'd like to get the real pictures in. So actually, this one I might do more of the black background. And a grayish background.
No, since Tim's here, how's your schedule looking? You think you're going to be there on Saturday?
Yeah, so you're gonna be there to meet our new teammate.
I was thinking more importantly, is he going to be there to start on, like, I don't know, the first actual dungeon? Because I don't really consider the prologue dungeon much of a dungeon. It's kind of just to get you associated with stuff.
He says he's 12 to 8, so I'm taking that means he won't be there.
Yeah, it sounds like he won't be there.
He's starting work as we're starting the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and I also don't consider the cavern, like the mountain pass, much of a dungeon either. I mean, it is technically the second dungeon, but it's kind of more of an environment, and you can choose to skip most of it.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like, I would say the first dungeon that will feel like a dungeon. Multiple floors, stuff like that.
Hey. Oh, Edwin the Ace. Next Monday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Let's you want to come on and we can promote your book, go over it and everything. And Todd, let's not try and start anything here. Keep it to Twitter. And that goes for you too, Timothy. I know Todd.
Oh, yeah, I kind of flow in both directions.
Let's try and keep the drama away from here. You're both welcome to be in my chat. You know, if you have to, just put each other on ignore so you don't see each other's chats or whatever. Or just simply ignore without doing that.
Yeah, I've never had a problem just like flat out ignoring people without having to like modify conditions. I think a lot of that comes from being in forums a lot.
Yeah.
I miss forums. I thought forums were a much better way to communicate. Usually, like, somebody could quote you directly, and if you didn't want to have anything to do with them, you could just ignore them. Be like, I don't care if you're replying to me. I'm just going to go continue the conversation I was doing.
Yeah.
And then if they keep doing it, they're the ones that look crazy. Oh, that's not cool. Timothy timed, completely timed out Todd.
I did not mean doing that, Timothy.
Well, unless that maybe wasn't what he meant to do. Maybe he thought he was hiding him from himself personally. And didn't realize he was using the mod power, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think you gotta do that another way.
Here, I can fix him, though. Oh, he says that was a mistake. That's okay, I can unhide him. I unhid him.
Okay. How does one hide somebody?
I don't remember how you personally mute someone.
Yeah, especially with the mod power.
Well, I don't, you'd have to probably take his wrench away. I don't think mods have the ability to mute someone because they have to be able to look at the chat.
Yeah. I'm not sure. That's weird. I'm not sure whether...
Well, I mean, if you muted somebody and they were still talking in the chat and they were saying things they weren't supposed to, that would kind of make you an ineffective mod now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, well, it depends on how many mods you have in the chat, too, you know. I'm just trying to think. I honestly know that was... Well, you said it was a mistake. You're just trying to... I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. If you, Timothy, if you can not react to Todd if he says anything, if I have your word that you won't react to him. Yeah, well, Todd may not have been out of line for what he was saying. I just don't want to bring drama into the chat. Then I'll let you keep your wrench. You just have to ignore Todd. And again, Todd, I am sorry about you being timed out.
Yeah, people just have to remember that Rick's area is like a drama-free zone. Like, you're not even against the drama existing. It's just your space doesn't have the drama in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna add Todd as moderator. So, look, it's over. Tim just needs to. I don't even mind sometimes talking about the drama, but when it's drama that's out there, but when it's two people having drama. Okay, Timothy, I said not to react to him saying that, and Todd, I also said about ignoring him. Like I said, you want to do that stuff over on Twitter or whatever? Fine. But I don't need some sort of argument and all that in my chat. Like I said, I don't mind you both being here. You're both always welcomed here. So, like, to use Dillard's thing from the other day, this is Cheers. This should be where you come to get away from that crap.
Where everybody knows your name.
No, I just said talking to you. Todd, you've made your case. You said what you're going to say. No more here. Otherwise, I will time you out. And I will take away your rent. I just gave it to you so you can't get timed out by anybody. I am concentrating on my show. My chat is part of the show. I like to interact with my chat, and I don't want other people bothered by any drama in my chat. Timothy said he was going to drop it, and I said I want you to drop it too. I don't care how interesting the drama is. It's not what I want for my chat. You may not be drama to you and him arguing about it, or whatever you want to call it, but to me it is drama. And I forgot to share this out too. The silence. Well,
what are we gonna do?
I don't know. There's only silence because I was waiting to see what's going on. Right now, drawing it was not really my top priority. I'd like it to be my top priority again.
Oh. Who is this killer guy?
An assassin. And let me put the link in. Okay, so there we go. That is out. But as for killer,
Kira.
Do I have his history? Or is it one of the ones I lost? Well, killer. No, it's one of the ones I lost. Although I do have a little bit of information. Professional assassin, he's 6'2", weighs approximately 185 pounds. He does have a wife. His biological parents are deceased. Black hair, brown eyes. He first appears in Sector number 5. And I think that he's had 2 different names, or real name, for some reason. I'm not sure which one I went for. Probably the first one here, Gus Reginald or Joe Wong. Okay, so
Last name like Wong, is he supposed to be Oriental? Or is that offensive now? Asian?
who knows? Hopefully nobody here would get offended by that term. Looks like a character from
I want people to get offended, Rick.
I would believe that. Trying to find the right type of all the whatchamacallits I have. What might be the best?
Kira Queen. Bites that stew.
And not hard to get people offended these days. True. Very true. Timothy. view. Oh no, not view, select. You want to invert. Actually, let's do also get in there, and in there, and let's invert selection. And let's add a layer on top. And we'll take our blood-stained stuff that we were doing. Usually you have 2 cents of ego. Usually you have 2 cents of an ego, as I think most of us have on Twitter. It's early downs. I don't have a 2 cents of a site. I laugh at most of the crap that goes on Twitter. I think it's ridiculously stupid. And I'm just smart enough not to get into any of that stupid drama. For several reasons. 1, I don't need that headache. And 2, I don't need it affecting my channel.
I have a self-sustaining ego. It's almost like a solar mass. You could throw stuff at it, but it's really not going to affect it at all. Remove moderator. I said to knock it off. Did that. Did. So what is next for you, Rick? I'm not sure what you mean by what is next for me, Timothy. I'll say this blood splatter background, way more fitting than the weird sunset you were doing for Tank.
Yeah. I wasn't sure completely what to do for Tank.
Oh, he says project-wise. Well, I can answer that. The next actual project, you're still working up to the Shield 2/Snowdrift project, right?
Yeah. Although Monday mornings I might start. I'm probably going to be start for a couple weeks. I might be doing a. I was mentioning about the other day about Tribulation Task Force having that contest. I think I'm going to draw an 11x17 sheet of paper the best I can. A bunch of his characters. I was wanting to make it 7, but it's probably going to be 6. Hey, Sketchbook.
Also, Bullet. That's exactly what I told Rick, is that he should use camo for Tank.
Yeah. You should do a bonus book tying both characters together.
You're having a hard enough time getting the actual books done, let alone trying to put together a bonus book.
Technically, Timothy, that's already will be done within Canadian Shield #1 and Snowdrift #1. But yeah, in that little project that I'm going to probably be doing, I went over his characters, and basically I got a character for each of my, well, 6 of my quote unquote holy warrior characters. So I'm going to try and probably put that together. So you should. But the tie-in, they're not going to really have a big tie-in as to meet each other till about the year and a half mark, or what should be about the year and a half mark in my comics, but because of how slowly these are coming out, it will obviously not be literally a year and a half.
Rick, I want you to know
What?
your Windows sounds have offended me.
Oh, that's because I forgot to put it on speaker. The thing is, what can we call it? Meat has got it so it's automatically in the earphones. So sometimes now I forget. And since Timothy didn't get the first book,
Well, you know what I do is I just go mute the system sounds.
yeah,
Because let's say I didn't hear it because I'm on call.
yeah,
Right. I don't know. Are your desktop sounds have to be on so they can hear me, right?
I guess it. Well, just you are linked into my earphone thing is linked into my headphones automatically. That's where the sound comes out from. That. What are you? What are watching you working on? On my web page.
Yeah. Well, while you're thinking about that, I was going to finish. If they can hear me, then odds are they can hear your system sounds because OBS should be picking it up.
Yeah.
So for your audience sake, sometimes, especially if you don't pay attention to your system sounds anyway, it's better to just go and mute them.
Yeah. Yeah. Timothy wasn't exactly around for the campaign. But you can get the Canadian Shield #1 digitally off my store for, I think, what, $5? Or no, probably less than $5.
But have you actually sold out of all your extra copies?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
He could get one of those too, but I'm just saying this is a cheap way to get it. No shipping and handling. Yeah, $3 US for the digital. But anyways, to go back to sketchbooks thing, these little things here that I have above my character's bio, if they have it on there at the moment, I'm trying to make all these for the villains. I got to think of them all for the heroes, maybe except for 1 or 2. But since there's a lot more villains that I need to do, I am concentrating on them at the moment. What about a physical copy? Yeah, I've got physical copies too. Let's see.
That's just going to run more because he has to ship it to you from Canada.
Yeah, it's $5 US plus $10 shipping, so $15. And I just figured it's easier to keep it in US dollars for them instead of trying to do the whole conversion thing. That's why I got in Canada the same thing for Canadians. And for worldwide, I just kept everything in US dollars.
That's okay. Basically, everybody's currency is based off the US dollar anyway.
Yeah. And if you paid, you can just come to the page. You can pay through PayPal. If it comes up like this, just hit the reload page. And the PayPal stuff appears. I should actually put an extra 3 extra things in here and put like for like $2 extra Dillard's cover. Hey, I have less of Dillard's cover.
Well, if you really want to drive up the demand for it, right? If you want to drive the demand, you edit it every so often. You actually put how much you have left in stock.
Yeah.
Because when people know that this is a limited quantity, it makes them want it more.
Yeah, I have less available than of those because I print it less. But anyways, I do hope that answered your question. Or the C. The internal contents are all the same, Timothy.
Every edition is the bird edition.
Sketchbook says Dillard's cover is worth $20 plus shipping. I probably won't go that far. You know, most I was thinking maybe doubling the price for Dillard's cover.
No, what you really want is I've got the prefixed PDF where you actually have birds that are in the background going over somebody's face. That's not in the printed version, so that makes that PDF even rarer.
Yeah. And actually, everybody that got the PDF after, I think.
Yeah, it's the same one. It was before you fixed it. You just sent it out to everyone who backed.
No. After I gave you a special link at first to check it out.
Oh, I thought you sent that to everyone.
No.
Oh, so I've got a super rare one.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I'm keeping that. That's limited digital quantity right there, as long as I don't copy it. Put that on a thumb drive someday as the only copy and sell it to the highest bidder.
Yeah. Hey, and Sketchbook, I haven't changed. I haven't put it up yet, so I could still do that $20 thing. Just because I said what I was thinking of doing doesn't mean that's what I'm going to actually do. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so yeah, I've got a bunch of images of my various characters up. Of course, I just did Killer right there. So we're gonna undo what we did, and we're gonna take that down. We do not need to save because we just what we altered doesn't mean much. Some of these I'm gonna No, I gotta color that dust. I thought I colored it, but I don't know where I put it, so. I hate that when I color something and then I save it somewhere. Yes, but the internet never forgets or forgives. So, shh. Okay, we need to take our tank logo down too. We don't need that up anymore. Gonna close that, close that. Gonna redo that so there's not as much holes in the black inks. Gonna close those. Oh. Actually, I want to redo her face. It's trying to do the whole Asian thing. See what I can take that down because I got the colors off of it. Oh, I got the colors off of that so it can come down. That. Was that Eddie Monkey or Steve Perry with the lightning sword? No, Killer. Although you probably won't know what he's talking about than me. Oh, let me take that down too.
The one in light blue looks like a C-Lab 2021 character. Probably. I think I missed which one while looking at the other page.
Probably this one. Wind.
Oh, yeah. I can see that, yeah. I like C-Lab. That's the, basically the precursor show to Archer. Persky Dingo was in between, but Archer directly references C-Lab as well.
The sketch says, Money, Rick, not Monkey. Okay. Eddie Money or Steve Perry.
Not know who Eddie Money is?
No, I don't think so, anyways.
Is a singer-songwriter.
Possibly not. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Fact.
You ever heard the song 2 Tickets to Paradise?
Maybe.
Actually died, 2 years ago, I think? It was 2019?
Vaguely familiar, I think the name of
Earth, Wind, Fire. Back to the Shire. Oh, hey, and there's your female Captain Planet.
Oh, you're talking, Ice Woman?
All she needs is green hair instead of that blue.
Transform, scale. You're about to see her again. Use that image to, or most of that image.
Problem is, if Eddie had 2 tickets to Paradise, who did he take with him when he left?
Laugh Out Loud female Captain Planet. Let me see. Time for sleep. Was a singer-songwriter. Sadly, he's asleep now. Says thing. Sketchbook.
Oh, that's a good question. Where are the robots and cyborgs?
Rick, where are the robots and cyborgs? Robots and cyborgs in the Crossverse?
Robots.
Are you robotic phobic? I've got robots. I've got my own version of the Transformers sketchbook.
Yeah, but none of your robots are as cool as Robo Rick.
No, you get a vest. And you get a vest. Look under your jersey and he gets a vest.
You get a vest. You get a vest. Everybody gets a vest. When it comes to handing out stuff for your characters, Rick, you're like the Oprah Winfrey of vests.
What can I say? I'm really invested. That reminds me of the first Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy stretches his arms all the way across the alley. A vest? Yes!
I have a really nice vest. I don't wear it anymore, though, because it's starting to tear at the shoulders. And it's like suede leather. So once that tears, there's really not much you can do to fix it. So it's kind of just retired. Keepsake. It was my dad's from like way back in the day, so the vest is older than me. It's like a genuine hippie vest because he wore it back when he was a hippie.
He keeps his shelf stocked. Oops, I mean stocked. Wait, hold the phone. Where are these Transformer types? I must see them and judge them accordingly. Well, first of all, you got to remember my drawing is bad. So if I show them, and I have showed them off before. Sketchbook.
Several times.
Yeah. Some of them are in the reworking phase to get them to look better or go with their stuff. So if you want, I can. Most of them aren't colored either, but I can show them to you if you want some of them. My character, the Wiz, is actually going to create them, bring them before the divine judgment of Sketchbook. Okay, let's see. Control O. Your character's on Cult of Ravens. Your character on Cult of Raven. Your character on Cult of Raven comics, animated shorts. Metal would look like Costco's employees with a vest. Comics.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Cross Comics. Okay, my good guy ones here. Go J. Search. View large. Let's see. Maybe I got no BMP. I miss those little animated clips Dillard used to do. Send me some of these pics, Rick. I'll draw them and send them back. Oh, cool. Yeah, I've been wanting somebody to do thing. Here's two that I have colored. I'll bring out him. He's sort of redone.
Where's Dillard at? Busy, probably. I don't know. Between between having, you know, a second kid and having to finish all that stuff for the buckler. He'll pop in chat and stuff, but it's sporadic that we see him actually in shows. No, he was on the Vomitorium Wednesday evening.
Okay, so you can choose. You can choose multiple items. Limits are located in the same phone. Yeah, okay, that figures. Okay, well, I'll bring it. Here's one I call Sand Wrap. He turns into a crab. Disgusting cryptocurrency, says Timothy. And yes, I missed that medal. Oh, I guess he means.
Yeah. Due to the discussion, I guess we saw Dillard just got into the cryptocurrency market, dipped his foot in.
And here's one of the ones I've reworked. Here's one I call Explorer. He turns into some sort of plane. Jet plane or whatever.
Some sort of plane.
Passenger plane. He's been reworked a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Repugnus.
Yeah, you can either say he dipped his toe into the water or he accidentally crawled into a rabbit hole. That might dip all the way down into Wonderland. One of those things is probably true.
P. Would you like to see that one in a Beast Wars style or a G1 Dinobot style? Probably more Beast Wars for the crab. That one looks the one before this one, Rick. Yeah, I never did a good plane search about when I was redoing the crab one. I did look up thing. Like I said, some of them need to be reworked. Here's one I call Guardian. He's more a jet fighter. That one looks like a GoBot, not bad. Good foundations. Yeah. He seems like a guy who does not let every setback put him in a funk. His designs reminds me more of the toys. Yeah, definitely. That's probably where most of these were designed probably early 90s. And
that's funny. I didn't even hear about GoBots until like the late aughts when Robot Chicken made fun of them.
No.
Because I know they were kind of like a knockoff competitor or whatever, but you know their fame didn't last into my childhood.
Yeah. Well, and now Transformers actually owns them too, and they're now this one I've redesigned him. His name's Sonic Waves. And there's his redesign. He's sort of a blaster type thing. So, or blaster sound wave type character. So the robot form looks like the mechanical beast face and a crab shell. Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Bullet wants somebody with a wrench to link the song Today by the Smashing Pumpkins, which is a pretty good song.
And these are all my good guys at the moment I've been showing you.
If somebody does it, though, I would recommend doing one without the music video, because the music video, I mean, it's kind of tame, but it's a little too spicy for Rick's channel.
Ghetto Blaster.
The song's fine.
Yeah. Well, Sketchbook, you gotta remember, Ghetto Blasters are still around. They're not quite as popular, but they are still around. This was supposed to be a VCR at the time. Obviously, I update him and make him like a Blu-ray player now. So, I'm not exactly sure what I do. He had tapes, like Soundwave. We have either that or he'd have to be a mini camcorder that still takes the tapes. So, yeah, here's one of his
Just make him a PlayStation.
Yeah. Tapes, teeth. Let's see. Another one of his tapes is when it comes up, Shaker. The same guy who produced that album produced Nirvana first album. The term Ghetto Blaster is offensive, right? They are now called urban audio projectors.
There we go, I finished another map.
And let's see, do I get any good versions of the boss of these guys? My Optimus Prime, if you will. Here is his older look. It's going to be in color, and then I'm also I've been trying to redesign him to look more like a tugboat. Sorry, those are too close for copyright, sir. What are too close for copyright? The tapes. Like I said, they were supposed to be like VHS tapes, not the audio tapes. So, yeah, this is Tug. He's like a tugboat. There was him in some color, really funkadelic. I think I'll be changing that. But I started trying to reform his look with a basic tugboat, but it still needs some work. I have one that's a little bit better than that. The tapes. I've got quite a few these guys. Let's see. Now I'll show you some of my bad guys. Show you boss bad guy. His name's Warpod. Originally, he's going to be called Peace Pod. He's supposed to be a space shuttle. A tugboat with a Freightliner torso. Yeah, like I said, a lot of these designs need to be reworked. I have a one called Junkyard. He's supposed to be like a garbage truck. So let's see. We have Bite here. He's supposed to be like a cobra or some rattlesnake or something. I think he was supposed to be a cobra because of the design here. That's supposed to be like the thing of the cobra, like folds out. We have Brake here. It's just some sort of sports car. Needles, as you can see, some sort of spaceship type thing. Or a rocket. And hey, like I said, I can admit a lot of this stuff needs to be reworked. Oh, and then we have Bugnet, which is a little fly, transforms. You know, what is really good about comics is the ability to express oneself. So you keep doing what you do, Rick.
Be right back.
Okay. But everything starts from somewhere. Yeah. Times. Does the fly character only last one day? No, it does not. Sketchbook. Possibilities with this one, but you should rework that one. Yeah, this is, you know, as you can see, a transport truck. His name's Fang, and that's sort of what he transforms into. There's the, you know, the truck, the flap, I guess the doors or some sort of flaps there. And then the back. I'm not sure what sort of creature it's supposed to turn into, but I came up with this originally, or something to that effect. Let's see whether I got my original design for Fang.
Okay, I'm back.
I think that's about my original design for Fang, and of course this is scanned in. Very bad scanning job. But I have a lot more than what I've showed you for my quote-unquote Transformers. I have like what part of the Crossverse will these characters play? My character, the Wiz, is going to create them. My character, the Wiz, who lives in Toronto, which is one of the biggest cities, or the biggest city in Canada. It has like 6 million people, and technology wizard and all that. He ends up creating them to help him patrol the city because he's like an 11 to 13-year-old kid, so he can't do it all on his own. So he ends up creating these robots, transforming robots so they can blend in. And at one point, there's going to be a division in the ranks, sort of like almost like demons. The demon, the angel, the fallen angels, Lucifer and his crew. There's going to be something like that. I'm not sure exactly what point that's going to happen in my thing. So then you'll have them create it. Eventually, they're going to be transported to somewhere else in the universe to war over their own planet. Is that kid like a technomancer or technomorph? No. The Wiz, well, he's technical genius, or he will become one. His basic thing is a Solomon type thing. He's struggling in school. He's fantastically rich, like Iron Man or Batman, Tony Stark or Bruce Wayne or Lex Luthor or somebody like that, in those universes. But he gets saved.
Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, he gets saved at a young age, and he sees crime happening or whatever. Plus, he's struggling in school. He's not the brightest, so he asks God if he was to tarry for the knowledge of the 31st century. So, what comes with that is a lot. I haven't, obviously, Richie Rich figured out the whole scope of what's going to come with that because, that'll give, some imagination to me and any writers I get at some point. But he realizes early on that he needs these guys. And he creates them, and then we have the Transformers of the Cross Comics universe. They are, and I didn't realize this was a term in Cyberpunk before then, because I didn't realize it till I met Tank, and I mean Tank Ferret, but I called my characters, my Transformers, Cyberdroids. Mm-hmm. So that is like I said, what I could probably do for you if you want, Sketchbook, you have, do you have Drive? Google Drive? What's going on in this live stream? Well, I was coloring some things, and then I mentioned mentioned that about having my version of Transformers, and some people wanted to see them, so I showed off a few. And now I'm just closing them all out. What was I working on before that? It was like, was I coloring somebody up? No, I think I was doing the background for Ice Woman. But yeah, Sketchbook, if you have Google Drives, or I can maybe put a bunch of them up there, and then you can go through them and see which ones that you might want to redraw.
You don't actually need Google Drive, or I mean, the other person doesn't. You could just put in a folder and then send a link to the folder to where anybody with this link can view. Just make it visible.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking that way if he does one up and he wants to put it in there, for me, he can do that easy enough too. I would go with an accidental experimental surgery. It saves his life, allows him to use his brain like a computer, then becomes really smart and becomes a young genius inventor. Well, I'm just trying to bring God into the mix. I want most of my heroes, I want somewhat God to be at the center of. Well, some of them they are. More of my main ones. I'm not sure how I'd put it.
I mean, you could bring God into the mix and still go with an experimental surgery.
Yeah.
While he was under, he could see the light.
Yeah. Who decides to use his new skills to create protectors for a city that is now in peril? Yeah, well, see, the protector thing is only after which issue do they first appear in? They don't appear in the first issue.
See, it turns out their real enemy is not the defectors, but gremlins. Those little things love to tear machines apart.
Plus, the whole Solomon thing is going. Wolverine's stories had Christian undertones because of his beliefs. The whole Solomon thing is actually going to be playing out later on too in the Crossverse with him. later on too. Scripts. Liz. Oh, second issue is the creation of the first cyber droid. I can see. Did they? I can see what can turn into Dillard, but yeah.
And then, after they finally defeat the defectors and bring peace to their side, the government harnesses the core of the other ones, the Fallen, and create mechs, and then it becomes robots versus mechs. The Defecticons. I like that name. It's a little too on the nose, but I like that name.
Well, my good guys are called Alphatrons. And then there's the Dematons. Justin's right. I like the kick angle. Makes it family friendly. Yeah. Well, I've also written the first 5 scripts of his. 4 or 5 scripts.
Oh, don't get excited for the things I'm saying. None of this is Rick's story. I'm just coming up with stuff off the top of my head.
We Texans will so be the Defecticons. So they don't sound much like Transformers. What doesn't sound much like Transformers? Oh, you mean with the defectors? Yeah, I'm not sure when.
To be honest, Rick, if you're going to take any of your stories and turn it into a webcomic to advertise the rest of your stuff to people, the Transformer one would be the one to do.
Yeah. But like I said, those need serious.
You're a good artist for that.
Yeah. I would like to get somebody like, what's his name? I don't think it's Brian Shear. But there's a couple guys.
You need to aim a bit lower there.
Yeah, but just him drawing them up. Well, I guess we could have the guy that did the other robot changing one lately. The spaceship that transformed. I forget the characters. Thunder Punch or something like that. Oh yeah, I gotta work on that short script for the Buckler. I forgot all about that.
I'm trying to forget all about that. Brian Shear. Yeah, or then there's a Canadian guy, Jamie Reyes. He does really good stuff like that too.
I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And actually, he lives not too far from me.
Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume you're not pronouncing his name right without even looking at it.
Yeah, that's probably a good assumption. Yeah, there. I think sketchbook. I think sketchbook got it. Both of those guys are not cheap. They are high level pros and even higher in the bot community. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I'd probably have a better chance of Brian Shear, I think, than James.
No, this is just Rays. Okay. About what? I actually don't even remember what I said. That to be able to answer what that is.
Oh, Jamie Ray's is like the sun, is how he says it. Rays.
Yeah, Rick, I think you have a better chance of just going on to some place like ArtStation or something and finding some guy who's really talented and hasn't really done anything but, like, you know, tests and stuff like that, but you can see the potential, and be like, hey, how would you like to collaborate on a project with me?
Yeah. Something you want to forget about. I didn't catch it. Oh, another good guy. Too.
Oh, the Dillard's contest. That's that's what I was saying.
Oh, something. Another good one that might be good to get to do is Popcross Studios. He's pretty good at doing bots. A little bit more simplified than those guys, but.
Like, you want to find some teenager who just draws a bunch of Gundam pictures all day long. Be like, hey, do I have a collaborative effort for you?
Yeah. Sure. Well, see, the thing is, more when I needed somebody that can draw at least once. Well, maybe once, I don't know. But yeah, actually, I would almost consider doing a web series based on my Transformer guys. If I could find somebody that'd be willing to do it for free.
Just draw it yourself, stop being lazy. Yeah, I think the point is that he has a minimum level of quality he's willing to accept for robots, and he can't meet it.
Well, especially in the redesign, like I said, all of them need to be reworked better. And that's the point where I think I really need a lot of help. And then, I might have a hard time drawing them too. But that's, completely different problem, in my opinion. Some are brains and some are talent. Some are both. 1, you don't even draw while you're off air. 2, you don't draw this stuff while you're on air. You have the time. I do draw a little off air. Problem is, Rick, that's will cost more because concept design usually the creator usually goes with the creator credit. But see, it's creator credit, but it's not, because I know it, I think it's probably catch-22, because I have the idea, it's just unfortunately working either. I don't know.
Well, it's like, yeah, what are you doing with the other 20 hours of the day, Rick? I want a detailed schedule broken down by hour.
Well, it depends on the day. First of all, I'm sleeping for about 8 hours, like most people.
Oh, such a waste of time. You could easily cut that in half.
Sometimes, not all the time. And,
you save it all for Sundays, the day of rest, right?
Well, I'm actually able to go back to church now for the next couple, who knows how long.
Psh, I've slept through church before.
Oh, I've done that too, but I don't want to sleep through church.
Well, the back of the pews are very uncomfortable, but, if you're one of the only people that ever go up to the front pew, the cushion is actually almost like a bed.
Yeah, well, the thing is, there's no, in the church that I'm going to now, there's no pews, it's just all, like, chairs.
Chairs. Yeah, they actually, as soon as I stopped going to the church I was going to for years, like, within 2 months, they replaced all the pews with chairs.
Yeah.
But what Sketchbook is saying too, a lot of times, especially with things as complex as robots, because you want them to be really detailed when you do concept,
yeah,
it can actually cost more to do concept and design than an actual page.
Yeah. Yeah, because I'm reworking it, I guess it is more concept. Nah, don't skip on sleep. Just organize your time better. Especially when you're doing this full-time, Rick. Yeah. Well, except for this week, the last couple weeks I've been doing some video editing. Of course, Saturdays I play a thing. I've been doing couple hours of drawing up stuff, couple hours of coloring stuff. This week I just got off schedule. Unfortunately, sometimes when I've got to try and fight it, although sometimes it's hard. I get in a funk, I guess is the best way to say it, where I just, no matter how much I feel like I know I need to do something, I just don't feel like doing it.
I'm just saying, you're
Yeah.
not really doing anything full time if you're spending 8 hours every day sleeping.
Snort, snort some coke and draw. Oh, by the way, my project is getting lettered. That's good. You know, like I was taking an hour today to draw the Snowdrift script up. I was taking an hour a day to draw some better pictures for characters and create that into videos. And then, of course, I've been updating my website a little bit too. That takes time, especially when you're dealing with the web part of it, with the coding part. And you've got to alter a lot of pages. And usually it's just one little part in the page. This is a pain. Oh, we don't need that tank up anymore. And I'm trying to get into, like I said, doing that stuff more and more. But like I said, sometimes I get into funk, and this week at the beginning of it, they did draw on your streams 2 times a day. Plan at least 4 hours of your work hours to art study, because you get better at drawing between drawings. Ken Lashley said that. Then hit up your work for 6 hours. That's 10 hours. Yeah. And I've been taking a little time out in between some things too to do what I would consider something fun. You know, just watching a TV show maybe in between stuff. Heck, when I get up, my first half hour is usually putting together my verse of the day. Finding the verse of the day that I want, finding a picture for it. Recording it. Not that that takes all that long. And then I've got a couple different places I put up. But anyways, it is 12 o'clock. Anything you would like to promote, Metal?
Yeah. Just go over to xtimescast.com. You know, where all my good stuff is. I spend hours there reading. I got too much stuff on there, and I still got to add more.
Yeah. He says, be disciplined, don't take long breaks, don't distract yourself with games or movies. That's the biggest thing that's distracted me lately, is the game art. I can usually go down, watch an episode for 40 minutes, and then get back into doing an hour and a half worth of work. So, yeah, thanks, Metal, for coming on, of course, as usual. And thanks, everybody in the chat, for coming by and participating. It's been great having everybody here tonight. Even Todd and Timothy, with the little bit of drama that happened there. We don't...
It's like the Hatfields and the McCoys over here.
we don't want it, but it was, I think, settled for the most part. Well, not their drama, but Rick, you don't have time. 47 years. Yes, I know. I don't have time. But it's also hard running everything yourself, John. But we will see everybody later. We'll catch y'all later. Have a good time. Hopefully see you tomorrow for High Noon. Bye for now. Have a great